The narcissist is nothing more than merely a common thief. Guys, if any of you are challenged at the moment or missing the narcissist or looking to get them back or accepting them back, or even in a relationship with a narcissist where you're thinking you might stay and sit it out and try to make it work, I'd like to go over, for those purposes, 10 things a narcissist will try and steal from you in your involvement with one. Hopefully a deterrent to get them out of your life for good and certainly not accept them back in. All the things on this list you may not have experienced, or the narcissist may not have chosen to steal from you, but I'm fairly sure that there'll be quite a few on the list. And please, if I've missed out on anything, because narcissists are quite comprehensive in what they want and what they will take from another person, please leave in the comments for the betterment of our community and the education of others who are at different points on the journey from recovering, escaping, or not going back to a narcissist. So the first thing I'd have on my list is one of the things narcissists will try and steal from you is, if you have them, children. If you have children in your life, either joint children with the narcissist or just your own children. The narcissist is not exclusive in relation to that particular manipulation of using children as objects, as possessions, and as tools to inflict pain on another person, to control another person, and indeed for the children to provide narcissistic supply, which is emotional reaction and recognition of the narcissist's false mask and belief in it. Number 2, the narcissist will seek to steal attention. They will always want or wish to be the focus of attention. Even in underhand ways where it doesn't seem apparent, they will set things in motion so that the attention will not be on you or the occasion or whatever is detracting from the full focus on the narcissist. And I recently had a comment there, and thank you for leaving it, of a person who had a mother who was a big attention-seeking narcissist. She invited her to her wedding, of course. She invited her to the pre-nuptials in relation to getting ready and the dresses, etc., and the mother refused to go. You had the wedding and your mother was there, and she made it very obvious that she didn't want to be near you, and she also lied about the fact that you hadn't included her in any of the preparation for the wedding. So a lot of the attention, while it should have been totally focused on you as the bride on your big wedding day, was deflected towards a negative vibe of attention towards the mother and a negative vibe of her attention towards you. Absolutely disgusting. So stealing attention and ruining occasions is something that the narcissist will definitely do. In a work situation, number 3 of what they steal from you, this is a very frustrating, very mind-bending, very big mental stressor. In narcissists, particularly boss narcissists or narcissists in, say, a division, if you work as part of a team, will try and steal your work. They will not give you credit for an idea you might give them, and they will put themselves forward above you, literally stealing the attention again from you and stealing credit for your work. This is a tricky, awful situation in workplaces that can really have a negative effect on people's lives because they have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis. And there can be tricky situations in work where if you start to make a complaint about the person, you look negative and the narcissist has it set up, has already started a smear campaign against you as being difficult to work with and a difficult person, always complaining, etc. So these are horrible, incestuous, poisonous situations where narcissists, where you have to work closely with a person who's a narcissist, or where in any relationship where you're dealing with a narcissist. Once they get in and get a hold of you and the situation, They will manipulate behind your back and steal from you. And one of the things, number 3, they will steal your work credit. Number 4, this is a big one. This is a really big one, guys. Be really, really careful getting into a relationship with someone where they're encouraging you to leave your job, become financially independent on them, move to a different country where they have all the support system and you would have none. This is basically a narcissist taking and stealing control of your life, trying to isolate you and steal your freedom from you, particularly your financial freedom, because once you become dependent on the narcissist, they may also get you to leave home, get you to leave country, get you to leave a job so you have no money coming in. They may want you to have a lot of children and be totally dependent on them so that the children tie you down and give the narcissist more control over you and stop you from leaving. Just be very aware that personal financial independence and a way out, a way away from somebody is extremely important, just as a fail-safe. And I'm not saying, you know, go into every situation where you fall in love with someone or, you know, you make a commitment to someone and everything seems good. Yes, you can trust a person and you may not work for a certain length of time if you're having children or if you're renovating a house or whatever you're doing. But just be careful how that creeps up. And I would say best advice not to go hell for leather for a number of years without having something of your own going on that you can fall back on, even if it's putting money away as savings. There is no harm and there is no distrust or mistrust in a healthy relationship where you have your own financial independence in some way, shape or form. Number 5, what they'll try and steal from you is your self-esteem. Because once your self-esteem is gone, you're going to put out way more for the narcissist. You're going to be looking for the validation from the narcissist. You're going to believe that you're not good enough and that nobody else would want you and that you couldn't succeed outside the relationship with the narcissist. So stealing your self-esteem and enhancing their feeling of superiority is something that narcissists always do to people. Number 6, they will literally try and steal from you, particularly in the love situations, but they can do this in families as well with inheritance. They will steal your money. They will convince you to believe in them. They will get you to put them on the deeds of your property. They will stay with you for a certain length of time and divorce you just long enough to have some financial gain out of the relationship. You may get siblings who are trying to turn parents against you so you will not receive your inheritance. They will definitely, even rich narcissists, try and add to their coffers by stealing whatever you have because they feel entitled to. They feel they have no feelings for you, no feelings about how you would survive. In fact, they feel that they're due some recompensation, some compensation for having put time in with you and you being such an ungrateful, disgusting person at the end of the relationship with you, that the least you can do is pay them for the time they've put into you. Remember, the narcissist mind is a disordered mind, but very ordered in the narcissistic pattern. It's difficult for a normal person to understand how the narcissist perceives life and the narcissist's reality. But it's best not to try and understand it through your own view of life and understand that this is a pattern of behavior. This is how narcissists think and operate. And the more you're learning on these channels, reading books, speaking in communities, the more you learn about how a narcissist thinks, the more detached you can become from them, the more you can predict their behavior going forward. And again, the less personalized the hurt is to you once you understand what you're dealing with. The next thing is number 7 that they will try and steal from you is your good name. Narcissists, you know, I believe are truly evil. They come into the relationship, they take a lot from you, even the list of things we've already gone through, but they're not satisfied with that. They have to actually, when they finish the relationship, try and, as I've been told, put a lid on it and crush you down and steal your good name and tell people that you're not that, you're this, that you're crap, that you're crazy, that you're unfit for relationships, that you're all these things. They can't just leave. They have to compound the badness and the evilness of what they do to people with this slapdown by trying to steal your good name to enhance their good name. Number 8, they will steal your health from you. They will steal your health from you initially in the relationship with the narcissist as time goes on for inexplicable reasons. And this occurs time and time again. I've heard of this through coaching, through my own experience, through reading about it. People suffer physical health problems with a narcissist. I believe it's the stress and confusion and the trying to sort out what's going on in your mind as you scramble to make sense of the relationship when you're in it with the narcissist. The levels of exhaustion that you feel because the narcissist always has dramas and is always on the go and is always looking for things from you and is always telling you, that's not enough, I need more. So your health will deteriorate. You may have injuries because you're not concentrating, or your stress will develop into a physical manifestation of ill health. Not to mention the after effects on your mental health. Number 9, what they steal from you is after the experience with a narcissist and the devastation that wreaks upon your life in all areas, both physical, mental, emotional, financial, in every single way. Narcissists have negative effects on people that are in any form of durational with a narcissist in a relationship. Your will to trust again will be severely dented. Your belief, your former belief and trust in people will take a big bash and a knock. Some people's doesn't recover. Some people's ability to trust is so severely dented it doesn't recover ever. And they become a small version of themselves, leading insular lives, feeling embittered by the experience. And that's exactly what the narcissist wishes for you, because if you're that, they're not. They're thriving if you're the opposite with their black and white thinking. So please don't let that happen to you. And particularly, I believe participating and being part of these communities on YouTube, you can see the goodness in people here. You can see the reality. You can see real human beings, essentially. And you can begin to trust again after your experience. It's heinous, guys. I know how horrible it is. I know how disgusting these people are. I know the amount of pain that they have caused and continue to cause, the destruction to events, relationships, people, families, communities, world. So I don't underestimate the effect that a relationship with a narcissist may have had on you or may be having. But please don't give up your belief in humanity and in human beings, because there are very, very many good ones out there. And number 10 is a very serious one, and it follows on from that last point, in that narcissists can have such a devastating effect on people that people do not recover and make the ultimate choice to not continue on. So the more, you know what I'm going to say, the more we can get this information out to other people who don't know what's happened to them. They're literally blaming themselves for the ending of a relationship where the narcissist has tried to wipe them out. And they believe what the narcissist has told them, that they're not good enough. They believe it because they've been maybe isolated. They haven't done anything or been able to look after themselves in the relationship. They may have been financially destitute at this stage. All I can say is difficult as it is, and it is difficult. Put one foot in front of the other. Take it hour from hour if you're in the devastating stages of the beginning of your new life. Do your very best to stay with us. Do your very best to see narcissism and the narcissistic personality disorder for exactly what it is. A destructive, malevolent, malign, awful experience where one person who looks like a human being does not act or love or feel or treat you like a human being. I will see you again shortly, guys, for another video. In the meantime, please take care of yourselves as always, and wishing you a happy new year if I don't see you before that. This is a podcast made in 2023 for anyone watching this at a later stage. Bye for now. Don't forget to comment if you've had something I've left out there that the narcissist steals from you. See you again shortly.